Welcome back to Cabin View Firewood. So today I am finishing up one of those small projects that unexpectedly turns into a big one, and that was actually a good thing because this was one of those jobs that I probably should have done a while ago. I just never got around to it. Well, now we're getting around to it. Let me show you. I'll give you a little driving tour of what we're doing here. So this area, this is just across my stream here. So you can see where the carport is and the shed on the other side. But this area is all really overgrown. I really don't touch anything back there, but right along the stream here, I like to mow at least a couple strips just to keep this cut down, help with the bugs, and also help with the predators, because we have a lot of deer and that brings in a lot of coyotes. I haven't seen any bears. I know we have them out here, but I have seen coyotes a couple times. And with the kids playing in the yard just across the stream, I don't want them anywhere near here, or at least being able to hide through this tall grass. So I came over here with the intention of mowing this all down, which I did. So we'll drive up this way. This is all nice. Right along the stream bank here, there's some nice trees growing. Not a whole lot of underbrush, but let's turn around. When we go to the other side, so I did about 4 or 5 passes, and then the project I got into just up here is starting to clear out all this underbrush. It's just real thick brush right along the stream bank underneath these trees. And what was happening, that underbrush was growing vines up and starting to choke out a lot of the nice trees over here. So you can see this tree right in front of us. That is vines all the way up. It actually killed that sycamore tree. So I already cleared some of this, pulled a lot of the vines out. I didn't film any of this because I just meant to, do this quick mowing right in front here, and then I was gonna be done. But I had I started backing the brush hog in underneath all these trees, and stuff started to clear out pretty easy. I was ripping vines down, and this is what it kind of turned into. So I had a couple, these were the easy spots. I need to get in underneath here and get all of this, so that's what I'm going to work on next. And then that little spot behind us, and then this will be in pretty good shape. I mean, there's some really nice trees over here. There's a couple oak trees, a couple hackberries, a bunch of sycamores, but most of the oaks, they were getting really choked out, and they're trying to grow out from underneath these sycamores, these big giant sycamores. A couple black walnuts. So we're actually gonna make this a much healthier area for the nice trees that are growing. Get rid of all the junk. Sometimes you need to do that to your forest land to make it a little bit healthier. So this is where I started. I'm not going to go any farther than this point here, so we start to get up close to the road. But just across from this is where the garden is, that small yard area that we just cleaned up where I was drying the firewood. It'll be nice being able to see over here too, and it's a nicer looking part of the property. So I'll have the grapple on. I want to get into this mess, and I'm always going to make like a little tunnel here. I'm not going to get the stuff right along the stream bank. I'm going to leave that because that helps hold the stream bank together, protect that when you get some heavy rains or some flooding. But all the little junk in between the trees and the bank is going to go. this tree right here is one of those oaks I was talking about, and that was big bunch of vines we pulled out of that one tree. I'm not sure what that one in the front is. I can't make out the leaves here, but it was kind of stretching over into that. Now this little stuff under here will come in with the brush cutter and we'll grab that. I want to get some of these big logs out of here, and then the rest of this stuff we're going to run over, because the brush cutter will turn this into some pretty nice mulch. All right, guys, I got all the clearing done that I wanted to across the stream there. I think it turned out pretty nice. So that really shows the benefit of a rotary cutter on the back of your tractor. You can get in under stuff. You can drop it on top of things, you know, get into those tight spots that you can't with, you know, let's say a flail mower. You know, one on the front of the tractor would be really nice too, or on the front of a mini skid steer, something hydraulically powered would be pretty nice as well. You can get up into the trees and get some of those vines chopped up. But this did a good job. I'm happy with how it turned out. It mulches really well also. I mean, you saw that big pile of vines I had. We just backed right over that and it chopped it up into pretty much nothing. So it does a really good job mulching as well. All right, that is going to wrap things up for today. We've got another big rainstorm coming in about 30 minutes. So happy I got something done today. But we will wrap this up and see you guys on the next one.